What's going on? What's going on, good people?
What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing this evening? I'm Lamar. It's my brother, Casey Fowler, and this is episode 91 of the Fowl Language Podcast.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And like every episode, get your accessories right. Put your headphones if you're at work, because you might just hear some foul language. Let's get it, man. Let's go.
Got that right? Roll the intro.
Perfect.
All right, man. Before we kick things off, let's touch base on these accessories this evening. So, brother, what you got tonight?
Um, Grey Goose and cranberry. Nothing else to talk about with that. This guy right here, man. I got that Lee Mac 912. Another great day
Yes,
joint.
sir.
And shout out to Unc Lee Mac, man. This is
Man.
It's a good fucking cigar. Man. It's good.
Already?
Yeah, I'm really enjoying the cigar so far. But we'll see how it goes as the episode goes, man.
Cool.
What you got going on over there?
All right. So for the drink tonight, thought I'd do something a little different, but I've done it before. Used to be a rare one, hard to find, Dogfish Head, 120-minute IPA. And I've got a Aganorsa Leaf and a Vasario Maduro.
It's a lot of words.
Yeah, man.
That's a cool ass ribbon, though.
It is.
Wow.
And it had this on the foot too. So it's real fancy, sitting in the humidor. So I was like, yeah, I'm feeling that tonight. Got a fancy beer, so might as well drink a fancy cigar, and I might as well open it.
You a dainty
Yes,
bitch today, huh? You dainty.
No, this ain't no. No, not like what how Tanya tried to talk about me when I had my wine.
Yeah.
No, this beer right here ain't no joke. Like, this is stronger than a lot. This is like 20 proof for a beer, or 20% for a beer.
I know we went to that brewery drinking them bitches, man. I was damn near fucked up after like 30.
Yeah. So while you were talking, I just poured it. So here we go.
Let's
Be
get
in
it.
there. So as always, check back in. We'll let you know how they're treating us.
Yes, sir. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time again. Like always, we like to bring some positive stuff from our world to y'all world with all this negative shit that's constantly going on. I swear to God, man, it's something new.
It is. I'm tired of fucking apocalypse bingo, man. It's annoying.
But damn, apocalypse bingo. I heard that one before. I like that. But it's the Wibble, man, or the what's best in life. So, brother, what is best in life?
So let's see. First of all, this is cigar number 2 of the day.
Oh, you turned today.
Yeah, man. I was in here working. I was like, well, might as well. It's nice outside. So fired up a cigar on number 2 today. I don't think I do number 3, but number 2. This bad boy finally came in. This is a comfort concealment belt. So it's a way to conceal carry with like sweatpants and stuff.
Oh.
So I've been trying it out a little bit. Had to get a smaller size, but been trying it out. So far, so good. Definitely doesn't seem like it'll do the job, but it's pretty solid. Work is work. Can't complain about that. Got a couple changes to the garage coming on right now, so small stuff. Finally got some housework done. Some repairs are being done, so that's always a good thing when that shit's looking like it's supposed to. Otherwise, just hanging out with the family, man. I had my coworker, well, not my coworker, but my what do I call it? My co-work space sharer or whatever. So Kim was working at home today with me today, so that's always fun. We get to work from home together. So it's good times. Let's see what else. Not really too much going on. Shooting videos, recording videos, editing videos, smoking cigars, and chilling. What about you, man?
Man, shit. No, first of all, man, I got another order from the Melanin Warriors merch. And
you did?
Man, shout out to my brother over here, man. Appreciate you.
Finally. Yeah.
Stuff in the works this weekend.
Man, I've been through this shit like 2 days ago. My bad.
On air, so they know this customer service shit for real. I know you ordered short sleeves, man, but we talked about long sleeve. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get the long sleeves up on the site yet. Do you want the long sleeve or you want to stick with the short?
No, I changed my mind halfway through. So run the short. It's about to be hot in Texas.
All right, that the work is about to get put in on that this weekend, man.
Yeah.
So I'll let you know as soon
Yeah.
as it.
Yes.
Appreciate you, man.
Oh, my
But
pleasure.
we got a new member of the family, man. We got a puppy from the shelter, man.
Yeah.
Never done that
Awesome.
before. I never
It's the
done
way to
that.
do it, man. I recommend that to everybody.
He's hard headed as fuck, but he's a 2.5 month old, 3 month old puppy. So you can
Mm-hmm.
tell his previous owners didn't really do shit with him, man. I mean, he's skin and bones right now, man. So
Mm-hmm.
we embrace him, man. He's a smart ass
That's,
dog, man.
that's good, man.
I think he's a lab, but he might be mixed with
Yeah.
a golden retriever also.
Yeah, he's lab something. So yeah, he's
Yeah,
got that lab look about him. I saw him.
yeah. But everybody fell in love with him at the thing, man. He was destined to come to us because they were trying to show us. They showed us like 7 other fucking dogs, and I'm like, no, we want that one. It was like normally we don't let them go until like 5 months or whatever.
Oh, really?
I'm like, no, I want that one. So I was like, fuck it, let's go. And then it was like, yeah, we'll go ahead and let you get that one. We'll let you get it. And I was like, damn, 'cause I was looking for another lab too, man, because you
Mm-hmm.
can't have only certain dogs where we live at. So a
Mm-hmm.
lab is a perfect dog. They're good looking dogs. They're smart as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
All that good stuff. So we got him, man. His hard headed ass in there. Got to use this dog thing again. The good thing
Yeah.
is he's at the point where he doesn't cry during the night because he's a little older, so he's not doing a
Mm-hmm.
little howling shit at night. Um, shit, man. What else? The Melon Wars podcast is at 101 subscribers.
Yeah. I saw that this morning.
You know what I'm saying? That shit's fucking dope, man. That shit's still fucking rolling, man. Work is work. Physical therapy is physical therapy. These needs are these motherfucking needs. Shit. I feel like I'm forgetting something, man. Oh yeah, my little setup now, man. Shout out to my brother-in-law Justin. He brought me this
Oh,
raising
yeah.
desk standy thing. So I'm getting used to the setup. It's just a lot of space on this motherfucker. So I
Too
gotta
bad you'll never have to raise it up. So
kiss my ass, sir. Other than that, man, it's a good weekend last
mm-hmm.
weekend. A little tired, a little busy week, but all in all, good week. Oh, school started up, man. My cert for CompTIA Security Plus is going, and it's really fucking interesting, man. I finished one module. I took it without the book and made a 70 on that bitch, but I took it again and made a motherfucking 90 in half the fucking time as the first time. So
Yeah.
I'm really diving into that shit. The shit is real fucking interesting. I'm excited about doing it. And I already signed up for CompTIA Plus Network, CompTIA Network Plus. So as soon as I finish Security Plus, I'm already locked in for Network Plus. And keep that cybersecurity train going, man. I might even go back to college for real with on top of my certs and really get into this shit, man, because it's fucking fascinating. So yeah, man. And something else. I don't know if you've seen it now. I seen that shit online today, man. I forgot what the fuck it's like Game Rats or some shit like that I
Mm-hmm.
follow. And Berserker manga is coming back this month, bro. I didn't even realize that shit was coming back, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Yeah.
excited. So I know
Yeah.
you fucking hyped.
Oh, you know I am. Yeah. So I told you the story with that. Like his best friend. It's a whole cool. It's a dope story, man. Like it's like some shit that they can make a movie about later. Like
Mm.
they didn't really grow up together, but they kind of like almost spent time in like a kind of like your buddies after college and some shit, staying in the house together. It was like a house for like artists and stuff. And so like they talked about it and they knew the story. So he's kind of shared. It's all good, man. It's all good. Um, they kind of shared, what the vision was, so they know what's going on. So he knows Kentaro Miura's vision. And when they announced that, they announced the 14 deluxe edition. And so it's gonna have everything that's out now. It's gonna have a guidebook to Berserk, and it's gonna have a map. So I went on and pre-ordered that shit.
No, you did.
I did, man. It won't get here till November. I don't pre-order anything, and I've only got volumes 1 and 2. Kim was like, "Are you gonna read them?" Like, I might not ever read them, but it's the fact it's Berserk, man. Okay, yes, Berserk. That's shit, man.
Hey, man, that's my shit too. You still ain't watched that second season of the anime yet, though. But it is what it is. And
Yeah.
then, speaking of TV and stuff like that, the Last Kingdom 7 Kings Must Die. That shit came out today, man.
Oh yeah.
It's the last fucking piece of the Last Kingdom that's ever gonna be on Netflix. And I think they just announced another Game of Thrones spinoff that's in the works too. Something about the night into something.
Oh.
Yeah, some shit like that. But yeah, man, we probably gonna watch this shit tonight. So we've been hyped about that for about a year now. So
Cool.
yeah, that's what's best in life.
All right. So I'm sure you know I am a huge proponent of using AI to make things better. I like
Mm,
messing around with it, trying to see what I can figure out, see what I can learn, see what I can do. Just seeing ways to make things more efficient. I've had some successes and some failures. Definitely a good thing. I remember when for people first started talking AI heavy when those renditions of art of people's portraits were on Instagram a few months back, and now it's kind of jumped, Chat GPT, and then there's like thousands of other AI platforms right now. Google's going to embed some stuff, Microsoft, um, all kind of people are embedding um, AI stuff into stuff, and stuff into stuff, and that you also have a lot of people worried about it. And with any new technology, there's ways to abuse it. And I was listening to Breakfast Club this morning, and they were talking about how basically they use AI of the daughter's voice to try to make it seem like she was kidnapped.
mm,
And they were saying that you only need a little bit of someone's voice to kind of make it seem like somebody. And you've seen those deep fakes of like um, Biden or Obama or Trump saying some slick shit, slick
mm.
reckless shit, which can also be dangerous in itself if you don't know that it's fake. Or so it's fun, but it can also be abused. And I mean, everybody makes parallels to like what is it, iRobot, um, Terminator, and Skynet. So AI can be good, it can be bad. What do you think, man?
I was just finna say just that. The shit's bad, motherfucker. You ain't seen iRobot and Terminator? I ain't fighting no goddamn robots. Fuck that shit. No, but seriously, it's just like anything, man. It's good and bad. Yeah, it makes life easier, like you said, Chat GPT, a couple of these other AIs for graphic designers, things like that. It just makes life simpler. But
Mhm.
on the other hand of it, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm doing Security Plus and stuff, and I'm one of my hands-on things I did today was talking about I think it was called Sensor AI, some shit like that back in
Mhm.
2020. Um, they got hacked. They got the shit hacked, and people's medical records was all over the place. Over 2 million fucking people's medical records was fucking just. You could see who got cancer, who has 3 testicles, whatever the fuck you want to see. I mean, it was out there. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I just went there. I don't know.
You always find a way. Nacho cheese and snapping turtles. We back.
That motherfucker snapping turtle. God damn it. But yeah, man, I mean that what people need to realize is that shit is easier. However, all that AI shit is still ran by some human being somewhere, and there are several weaknesses in the infrastructure of it um that can what's the word I'm looking for? That these motherfuckers can get in. They call it hacktivists or whatever. And there's several levels of them from state to state, and the fucking people who just want to get their point across. I mean, there's so many ways this shit can be hacked and turned into something fucking different, man. And then you got the catfishing, you got the fucking like you said, the change the daughter's voice, make it seem like she got kidnapped. Same way they could change their voice and make it seem like there's some little boy talking to your little girl just to go snatch her up. I mean, there's so much
Yeah.
negativity with it, but there's also some really, really good things. Like I said, I haven't used too many other than Chat GPT, but a lot of this AI stuff is making life a hell of a lot easier. Fucking,
Mhm.
we'll start at the beginning with self checkout because that shit's amazing. I like it, but
Man, some people don't.
I enjoy it. Made it easy to steal shit out of Walmart, but I'm just joking. I'm joking. Not a thief anymore. Um, but good and bad, man. It's two sides of the same fucking coin. You got to take the good with the bad, and these things are going to have a lot of bugs, a lot of issues. People are going to try to hack them or whatever as a fucking challenge. They might not even try and do nothing malicious. They might just think it's a fucking challenge, and it fucks up your whole little system. But another thing is, I think people are depending on this shit a little too much, especially the generation behind us, our kids. They're going to have all this AI shit, and if that shit goes down, power goes out, they gonna be fucked. They ain't gonna know what the hell to do because they ain't got that fucking AI to do this or to look up this or to figure out how this does and that does. You know what I'm saying? And that goes back into being parents. You gotta let them get out the fucking screens and the computers and shit just to teach them this hands-on shit because the AI shit's not always gonna work. Especially if they try to take over the fucking world, and then we gotta go find John Connor and hope that he could save us. But other than that, that's my take on it, man. What you think?
So I'm kind of mixed. There's a lot of benefits. The big thing people talk about is a lot of jobs that can be lost
Yeah,
as a result of AI. Very, very true. However, I also challenge you to get out there and learn about this shit as much as you can because for all the jobs that are lost, there are going to be jobs that never existed that were created.
yep, yep,
And
yeah,
now is like the best time to get in. I mean, like what if you are at the ground floor today, in 5, 10 years from now, you'll be a damn expert, and
yeah.
you can go and be like a AI liaison for a company or some shit, or AI strategy executive, whatever the case may be, or you can do whatever you want. And I mean, there's like shit that you can't even imagine. So from that perspective, I think it's amazing. I think it's fascinating, just the things that it'll allow people to do. I mean, just like thinking about like um, where it can go, like thinking about like how you can use like I don't know if there's any applications yet, but I'm just thinking engineer brain. Um, you apply some of those that AI logic and algorithms to prosthetics, and use
That's
that
Star
to,
Wars shit.
yeah, for real. I mean, helping disabled vets
Yeah,
walk or have function of both arms, or there's all kind of things you could possibly do. I mean, you could have like to some degree some level of therapy for people that at a base level can't afford it. I mean, there's a lot of things that can happen. Like I was messing around and I had to write me a fitness plan,
mm,
and it was pretty dope what it came up with too. I'm not too shabby, I will say. Um, it'll come up with like a menu. It was pretty cool. So I mean, you can leverage it for good, but just like Uncle Ben said, with great power comes great responsibility, and I mean that's real. I mean, it can go bad, and anything that can be used for good can be used for evil. So you got to watch out for that. And honestly, I mean, hacking is one thing. I'm not really worried about the hacking as much. I'm more so concerned about the abuse, because you ain't got to hack a damn thing to use it to be evil. You know what I'm saying? Like people steal stuff by hacking into credit cards and stealing credit cards information that way. But
mm-hmm.
also people just roll up on you at the ATM and steal your shit. So you know it's different approaches, and both have the same intent to do harm or ill will or do nefarious deeds. So that's what I worry about. And different levels of sophistication, like watching out for that. I mean, there are supposed to be safeguards to prevent saying so do it allowing you to do certain stuff, but there's always a workaround. You got to be careful for that. So that's kind of what worries me, man, is just the fact that people can abuse it and hack it. And I mean, like as far as like kids in school and stuff like that, I mean, it's gonna force a change in education,
Yeah,
because I mean there are people can write their whole papers. Like I was sitting with a buddy of mine who's a teacher, and I was showing him, I was like, write a 5 paragraph paper on the Civil War, typed it in. It started typing it up as we were talking, and then he read it and he was like, wow. And then I was like, include in-text citations, and he was like, wow. I mean, the things that you can do is amazing.
yeah,
And
I know about it.
yeah, but I mean, they have softwares to check, but the software is always going to be behind what can happen. So I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I think you have to make sure that that practical application is there. And I mean, it may even get you to stop teaching shit that's not beneficial. I mean, help these kids use it, like personal finance, again, life skills, stuff like that. So, I mean, one, get off your screens to some degree, but two, leverage those screens to something that benefits you, not how to make the best TikTok or whatever the case may be. So, I mean, there's pluses and minuses, and there's advantages and disadvantages, but I think it's overall good in itself. But then again, like we talk about with stoicism, nothing is inherently good or bad. It's just people how they use it. So
Yeah,
I think there's going to be some bad faith actors out there doing some nefarious shit. So you got to watch out for that. Got to be protected for that, and still got to encourage learning and reading and all that shit. So that's it. All right, man. So how your accessories treating you?
man, shit. This Lee Mac shit, man. Like that shit's potent. Boy, I was like, all right, it tastes good. It don't seem like it'll have you mellow, but I'm so fucking mellow right now, man. You think I smoked a piece of a blunt or something, man? But that's a real good fucking cigar, man. Uncle Lee, you did that, bro. Appreciate you, man. And
Mm-hmm.
the goose and cranberry is goose and cranberry. Who the fuck that hasn't had goose and
Mm-hmm.
cranberry? So another vodka goes good with a cigar.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much it, man. How about yours?
The beer, I always like 120 minutes once it starts to warm up a little bit. So it's getting to that spot where it's pretty good. The cigar, man, like a lot of people love Aganorsa cigars, and I know Aganorsa makes a lot of tobacco. I mean, a lot of cigars for people that I like.
Mm-hmm.
But I have more misses than hits with Aganorsa, and I'm kind of on the fence on this one. So I don't know. I mean, it's not bad or anything. It's just like, it felt like more presentation and not as much substance right now. So,
Right.
well, we'll see. As I mean, and we still got a good ways to go. So, I mean, we're just now creeping up on the second, third. So,
Oh damn, we still got quite a bit.
yeah. So we'll see what happens in there. So we'll see.
Indeed, indeed.
Cool.
So we'll check back again, man, at the end.
Yes, sir.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be another interesting topic, man. I personally, since I have a lot of military friends and stuff on my Facebook and things like that, I'm military myself. For y'all who just watching for the first time, um, and there's been a lot of ruckus about the military-based name changes. I think they're actually doing Fort Hoods as we speak, changing it to Fort Cabosas or something like that. I don't really know how to pronounce it, guys. So I ain't gonna fuck it up too bad. But
Yeah, I looked at all of, but I can't remember them now.
yeah. But Fort Hood is the one that's in the spotlight. 'Cause I guess it's first on the chopping block. So, what do you think, man, about the military base name changes?
Fine with it. I mean, because if you think about it, the bases that they're talking about are named after Confederate heroes. They lost. Um, and the loser is consider what they consider. You can take that however you want to take it. Troll, hello. Um,
Come on.
yeah. So I mean, with that being considered, why should you name a base where all these military individuals of all ethnicities are going to be? I mean, especially knowing the pretexts of the Civil War, and you mean to have, you know, black people, African Americans, melanated people, foundational Black Americans. What else are they called? ADOS, whatever you choose to go by.
Aborigines, can't forget
Yeah,
that.
that one too. You pick it. You have these people that are serving this country, and you want to slap them in the face every day by having this negative history. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like the people that they were, and like I said, I looked at it in the beginning to see like who the people were that they were replacing them by. I
Hmm.
mean, good choices, man. Like
Yeah, they did some shit too.
you can't argue with the choices. I mean, when you look at the choice that they have versus a Confederate hero, quotes, I mean, it makes sense. I mean, even for the sake of modernizing the base, it makes sense. I mean, but even the pretext, I mean, it's definitely a thing that I think is long overdue, man. I mean, just like the Confederate statues coming down, I mean, put the shit in the Civil War Museum, send them on their way. I
Oh yeah.
mean, that shit does not need to be glorified. It just really doesn't. I mean, and if you think it does, please articulate to me without using Chat GPT why you think that should be the case, and what does it represent? And it's not Southern pride and Southern heritage because I'm a Georgia boy, and I don't give a shit about none of that. So it ain't Southern unless your Southern means something else.
Mm,
Does your Southern actually rhyme with supremacy?
mm.
Is what I want to know. So tell me that. And if that's the case, then I understand where you stand. You're wrong as fuck, but that's your position and you can stand on it. But
Hey,
that also tells me where your head is and tell me why you agree. I mean, why you disagree. Ain't nothing about, the rationale of it. It's you and your bigoted beliefs. So, I mean, that's what I think it goes by. I mean, I don't see another reason why to keep it, why glorify it. I mean, the other thing though that's unfortunate though is you got people on these bases that didn't even know. I mean, myself included. I mean, I didn't know as a kid. For what Benning I think is one, Fort Hood and other, yeah, Gordon. So I mean, bases that we've been familiar with that we didn't know, but once you find out, it's like, yo, really? I mean, and at least give these folks in the military the option to know the name of the person at the base they're serving on is, and if they so choose to not support that shit, let them go. If you want to keep the names, I mean, just if you want to keep the names. But I'm all for changing the names, man. As a member of the military, sir, thank you for your service. Um, I always like to see what you're gonna say when I say that because I know you. It's always funny. What do you think?
First of all, give me about a year, then let's see what's gonna happen when you say that shit. But honestly, man, it's like you said, I ain't got no problem with it either, man. It's one of those things historically. These motherfuckers were slave owners that these bases was named after, and you got our melanin brothers and sisters, not taking nothing away from any other ethnicity, guys. First of all, but if you feel some type of way, fuck you. But you got these melanin warriors out here that's getting it out, getting it in. They getting it in and shit. In the military, doing their goddamn thing. You know what I'm saying? Excelling in things like this, dying, injuries, shit like this, and you still got these racist motherfuckers as the name of these bases where these guys got to call their fucking home. And I don't have a problem with it. Yeah, it should be changed. Now you ain't gonna change to no bullshit like fucking Fort Blank Man or Fort Major Payne or some stupid shit like that. They're actually changing that shit to some people who were relevant and actually did some shit in the military. Therefore, I haven't really looked up the name of the guy who got the name changed for Fort Hood, but I saw something. He really did some shit. He wasn't just some sit back behind a fucking desk motherfucker. He actually was out there getting it fucking in, man. And there's nothing fucking wrong with it. Now, on the other end, I will say that's a lot of fucking money just to change a name when there's a lot more shit that money could be fucking going to. Speaking from a military fucking perspective, I mean, you got units that still got fucking Desert Storm fucking vehicles. You got motherfuckers that still got like fucking M16s and all this other old shit that they could be spending fucking money on. You got soldiers that's deploying that they're not even gonna pay these soldiers hazard pay and separation pay and shit like that no more. Depending on where you're going, depending on where you.
Okay.
But you know what I'm saying? Because at one point, you was getting separation pay and hazard pay. In some places, you were just getting separation pay. But they're not trying to give you shit. And then they're going to short your fucking per diem depending on where you're going overseas, too. I'm not going to mention any names of any fucking areas, scenarios, or units. But I know somebody that's fucking happening to, man. And it's, that money could go to them. That money could go to the homeless fucking vets that's still fucking out here. That money could go into the fucking VA where veterans got to fucking fight for 10%, 5%, and all this other shit just to get what's fucking owed to them. A lot more, the money could have been going into that. But as far as a statement, as far as what should have happened a long fucking time ago, take these racist ass motherfuckers' names down. I don't give a fuck how fucking celebrated they fucking are. Most of these motherfuckers has got them Confederates who wanted to fight to keep our fucking people in fucking chains and shit. So fuck them. And if anybody feel a certain way about the shit, oh, that's stupid. That's stupid. The only argument I'll give you motherfuckers is the money part. I agree. Money could go so fucking
that's an interesting point.
I completely agree with that. But on the other hand, shut the fuck up. Because goddamn it, y'all are little red, white, and blue face ass motherfuckers who sit down during the fucking national anthem kiss my motherfucking ass. Because these racist motherfuckers, had their fucking names up there. I'm glad we got a fucking Latino brother that's going to have his fucking name instead of fucking Fort lost in the Fort fucking Hood. Shit, I was gonna say something probably would have got me in trouble, but I'm glad that shit fucking changing. I'm glad Fort Gordon is getting changed to fucking Eisenhower. That's fucking dope. That's fucking amazing. I fucking love it. And all you bigoted, race baiting pussy motherfuckers, fuck y'all. I don't give a fuck if y'all don't like it or not. Regardless, the shit's motherfucking happening. And like I said, the only thing I agree with these motherfuckers is because they had a debate on it. I was gonna chime in on one of my partners' pages yesterday. I'm like, nah, I'm just gonna leave that shit with it. I don't feel like that energy today. But it's just, changing the name won't fix the mold or fix the this or fix the that, which is fucking true. And that's why I agree with the money part because these soldiers are living in some fucked up barracks and shit across the fucking country. Them barracks is pretty fucking fucked up. I lived in a couple. But,
I agree with that.
But other than that, hey, do the damn thing.
I mean, the only thing I have to the money side is you can do both. That's it.
Very true. Very true.
All right, man. So we also gonna talk about like one that we've alluded to it a little bit, but it doesn't get talked about enough. So especially when we're young, people don't really start talking about it. That you hear like, and so somebody gets like late 50s, 60s, they start thinking about their retirement. Um, so I thought it'd be fun, or you thought it would be fun actually, to talk about retirement and saving for retirement and what's that look like. So, what was on your mind when you brought that up?
Man, when I brought that up, man, I was just thinking about damn. Um, Army, you do 20 years, you can retire. So I got like 7 more years left, and I can be fucking done. And it was like, am I just gonna be done sitting on my ass on a fixed income, or am I gonna still try to get it? And it just depends on the person. And like you said, if you start young, then shit, you good by the time you can actually fucking retire. But somebody like me who did a lot of stupid shit and had a
Mhm.
lot of trials and tribulations and stuff, who ain't able to save like that. Like I was like, so what the fuck am I going to fucking do? For one, I can't. I don't think I'm gonna stop working completely. I'm just not gonna work for other people. I'm gonna work for my
Okay.
goddamn self.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's one of the things where I want to retire, but I don't want to slave every day. I don't want to come home just drained and can't hang out with the family and shit, or got some project that's due, so I gotta wake up early as fuck the next day. I want to live like I want to live, but still make my motherfucking money. That's what I want to do. But a lot of people, they work until they 60, they 70, they 80. Man,
Hmm.
I just don't see it, bro. Like, I mean, I get it to some extent because people say, if you used to work in your whole entire life, the moment you stop working, you pretty much die. Not
Hmm.
too long after, because your body's used to that grind and get up and get it. And when
Hmm.
you're not doing it no more, the body's like, fuck it, we're done. But for me, I don't necessarily think that'll be the case. I just be fucking bored. So you know what I'm saying? I'm developing a plan as we speak for when it is time to fucking get out. So I can do something else kind of at, my own pace. Hence the CompTIA shit I've been talking about damn near the whole fucking episode.
Yeah, yeah, I did.
Hence some other avenues, the podcasting, the merch and everything like
Hmm.
that, man, just to keep some kind of revenue in the fucking house, keep the money fucking going. Because it's easy to say, yeah, I'm retired, bro. I'm gonna sit around, I ain't gonna do shit. And 5 fucking years later, your ass in a McDonald's drive-through or some shit because you too old to work anywhere fucking else, maybe, or whatever it is. You got to work because your money fucking running out. And basically, for me, I don't want it to the point where my money running out. I want my shit to be comfortable enough to where I can wake up every morning, uh, tell the wife, hey, it's fucking uh, what we doing next week? You want to go to Bali or some shit? You want to go to Vegas or some shit? I want to have it
Hmm.
like that. So that's the goal that I'm trying to reach when I fucking retire. I want to keep the money flowing, but I want the money to work for me. I don't want to work for my money no more. Other than that, man, really just enjoying my kids too, man. Like my kid, they're gonna be grown in, so fuck them, they ain't getting no money. But um, I'm unwilling I'll have grandkids by then, and I'd be able to just to kick it with my grandkids. Like I missed out for Tangerine and Shania, I'll be able to kind of make that up with my grandkids
Hmm.
and stuff like that. Just have a good time in my house and my shit, doing stuff at my leisure, going to bed when I want to go to bed, waking up when I want to go to bed, but still keeping that money going. And a lot of people, especially military people, oh man, once you get this 100% disability, bro, you straight, you straight, motherfuckers. You really can't live off that shit for real. I mean, if you even
Hmm.
if you they give you 100% non-working or whatever, you can't work no more. There's
Hmm.
still avenues to get this fucking money, man. Because I think the max at 100 is like maybe 4 grand with dependents or some shit like that. So 4 grand.
Hmm.
In this day and age, you
Yeah.
can't live off of that shit until you motherfucking die, bro. That shit's virtually impossible. You're gonna be living check to check
Hmm.
off your disability check. So and
Hmm.
that's not gonna be for me, bro. I refuse.
Hmm.
I fucking refuse. And it's not gonna be about struggling to pay this, struggling to pay that when it's time to fucking retire. It's gonna be all the bills are paid, time to go fuck off. Hey, let me call fucking Lamar. Hey, bro, it's Friday. What the fuck y'all got going on, man? We ain't doing shit. All right, cool, man. We're gonna fly down there in about two. We'll be down there in about 2 hours, man. Let's kick it for me.
Hmm.
That type of shit, man. I'm so much. I'm looking forward to it, man. I fantasize about that shit like all the fucking time, man. It's motivating.
Hmm.
It's less more of a goal than a dream as far as my retirement goes because people dream about certain shit and it's kind of like a wish, but a goal is a standard that you set and you set these steps in place to reach that fucking goal. And god damn it, I'm gonna call tomorrow on a Friday and say, motherfucker, let's barbecue. I don't give a fuck where he at, where I'm at. Man, we living in Portugal right now. So shit.
We grilling.
We on the way. Get the empanadas and shit ready, motherfucker. Let's get it. Shit.
Grab the empanadas. Let's go.
I don't know what they eat in Portugal. I'm sorry. Portuguese people. Ain't nobody got Portuguese. Tell me what y'all eat, man. I bet y'all eat some good shit. But other than that, man, yeah, that's really pretty much it, man. Stack this money up, stop working for people, man, and work for myself and enjoy my family. Really, that's my saving for retirement. Because saving to me is beyond just money. It's my time, it's my well-being, it's my lifestyle. How about you, bro?
First of all, empanadas are fire. I don't know where they come from, but they fire. There's a little empanada spot around the corner, and I can't remember where they're at. It's not Mexico, but well, theirs aren't Mexican, but empanadas, they go hard.
Yeah.
Might get some empanadas tomorrow now that you mentioned. We messed up my life
You
now.
living in Texas.
We're going to get some empanadas from around the corner. But anyway, before you try to think about like how much you need to save, where you need to invest, talking about stocks or retirements or pensions, if you're lucky enough to get one of those or whatever the case may be, don't do any of that shit first. The first thing you need to do is sit down for like a Saturday and just, if you're married, sit down with your significant other. If you're not, sit down by yourself, take some hours and just map out like what does retirement look like. And you said it, like your goals for retirement. Like if your goal is to be able to, within reason, bounce to wherever you want in the globe at a semi-moment's notice, then that's your goal. Okay, figure out. So once you know what your goals are, you then figure out how much money does it take to do that. And once you know that, you can then work backwards and get to that. I mean, you've got janitors that retire millionaires because they have a goal, they have a plan, and they get there. So once you have that goal, you can have the plan. Like you can do any kind of retirement calculators. They'll tell you like, okay, based on my goals, I need, say, $1 million to retire. I mean, that's usually the number people talk about, $1 million to retire or whatever the case may be. You can figure out, okay, this is how much I got saved. This is how much my investments are. This is my net worth right now. So this is what I need to retire based on what I have, what I know I'll have coming in, like if you have a pension or a settlement or whatever, disability, whatever the case, Social Security. My plans don't include Social Security for whatever reason, but you figure that out. And I mean, there's tons of them. Like the 4% rule is very common. And just for those that don't know, the 4% rule is whatever you need, multiply that by 25. Whatever you need for a year, multiply by 25. And in theory, you can take that off of you can take 4% out of that total and live off that forever and ever and never have to touch your principal. And I mean, you can get a little more nuanced than that with emergency funds and guardrails, and there's all kind of shit you can do to add to that. But once you know what your goals are, you can then start with the strategy to get there. And once you realize that if you need to pick up a side hustle, pick up a second job, or I mean, retirement might not mean going to travel and sit everywhere. It may be, take the time out to start that dispensary or start that other business or, whatever. Like I remember meeting a dude. He retired in Brazil, and he just runs a boat touring business or something like that. And that was his dream, and that's what he does. And he's been doing it for years. And I mean, just retirement doesn't necessarily mean I quit my job and I sit on my ass. Right. That's not necessarily what it means. It means you basically buy back your time to be able to do the things that you choose to do on your terms. And if you love your job and want to work there until they have to cart you out, then that's fine. I mean, that's great. You're lucky. I mean, I remember there was a guy when I first started working my job. He was in his 70s and full of energy, little old German guy, full of energy, loved coming to work every day, messed around and passed. But it's funny, but it's not funny because he didn't pass at work. He didn't pass from getting sick. He was putting a light bulb up on a ladder, fell off the ladder, and that's how he died. So it's not that it's funny. It's just ironic that, he was young and spry and was living on his terms because he wanted to work and he enjoyed it.
Showtime, as long as you go.
I mean,
enjoying yourself. Hey,
Yeah, I mean, and that's the key. When it's your time, be able to say that I enjoyed the time that I have or the time that I spent on this ball,
Damn sure.
and just enjoy that and work to do that. And like you said, I mean, you see what you need, you know what you want to do, and you're gonna do what you need to do to get there. And I mean, it may not even be like you said, just sitting and stuff like that, because that is what does happen. There's a lot of those people that be like, all right, I'm retired, I worked hard all this time, I'm not gonna do anything else now. They end up, passing because they don't read, they don't learn, they don't study. I mean, there's so much stuff you can do. Like, there is no excuse in this world to for lack of a job for you to say you bored and you ain't got nothing to do.
Yeah.
I mean, you can teach a class, you can take a class, you can farm, you can. I mean, you may find your new hobby. I mean, that's the crazy thing is like people when they have that time in retirement, they realize like what they're really passionate about. I mean, even like let's say you retire as a coach at high school or something like that, knowing that that coaching salary ain't going like really set you off. But if you doing it for the love and not for the money, that's fine.
I thought about doing that too, because
Yeah,
I
I
enjoyed
mean, so
coaching that 1 year I did it.
hmm so yeah, I mean, I think it's like I said, it's well, we could get into like some of the nuts and bolts and look at what's in your savings right now. What do you anticipate getting in retirement? We can run some calculations and see, but it's really for the sake of this is really not that important. Knowing where you want to be is what's important, and knowing how you want to get there. And yeah, I mean, if anybody's watching and was expecting me because I like that finance shit to break out some numbers for you, that's not gonna happen today. But if you want to, we can talk about it on another episode or whatever the case may be and get to some nitty gritty and some calculations and run some scenarios because I can do that too. And I mean, just realize that there's a lot of ways to get money out there, and
Shit.
it ain't always a job, and it
Recession
and it
proof.
can be legal. Yeah, for real. So I mean, that's really all I got, man.
Yeah, man. Really everything you said was fucking spot on, man. Like you said, not just I'ma just sit around and do fucking nothing in the dream job thing. That was really dope because I didn't even think about that. Because a lot of us, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, the majority of us ain't living the dream that we wanted to fucking live because we gotta provide for our families and things like that. So you know what I'm saying? When you finish with that 9 to 5 grind or whatever, you have this opportunity to go out there and do something you always dreamed of fucking doing, being something you always dreamed of fucking being. You got that opportunity, and saying, "Oh, I'm too old for that shit" is never a fucking excuse. I'm sorry, I don't give
Hmm.
a damn. Our goddamn grandma went fucking skydiving, and she's in her 80s, cuz. So
Hmm.
I don't even want to hear you too old for none of that shit, man. So you know, everybody just take that retirement shit serious, man. I know live in the moment and all that shit like that, but living in the moment will leave you fucked up later. Don't stress
Hmm.
over the future, but be mindful of it.
And realize that it's never too late to start saving for retirement, but you have to do it. You have to do it. Don't expect no handouts. Don't expect anybody to take care of you. Do it so you can. I mean, you got time. There's
Let's go sell crack.
calculators for any time, so you can do it.
Let's go sell crack. Everybody watch BMF, man. Everybody drug this. It's no problem.
Or you can go be a passport bro, live off the cheap, and find them snapping turtles.
Them snap turtles with that nacho cheese got there.
Yes, sir.
Fuck around get that queso.
All right, man. So I know you're feeling pretty good over there. So how your accessories treating you?
Man, I'm feeling great, man. Uncle Lee, man, that cigar there, man, was the fucking truth, man. I'm feeling really, really fucking good right now. If I had a second one, I wouldn't even be able to fucking talk right now. That shit was good. It went real good with the goose, man.
Mhm.
Good pairing, great cigar. I was a little apprehensive about that cigar at first, but you know, I support my people.
See, I wasn't because I watched his reviews and like he tell you when the cigar is some bull, and he'll tell you when it's good. So
Yeah, and
I appreciate. So based on that fact alone, if he put his name on it, I was like, all right, I'm gonna at least like it.
and I haven't watched any of those, but yeah, good shit, man. Shit was good. How about
Mhm.
yours?
So I mean, oh god damn it.
You dropped.
Well, that's never happened to me before, so we're gonna keep that right in there, and that's probably a sign of the cigar. So, yeah,
Finally, I think we've been doing this for almost 3 years. I've dropped at least 10 cigars. So
yeah,
good.
and I burned myself a little bit too, so that was fun. Um, I just wish I would have burned myself with a better cigar.
Damn. Harsh.
So it's fine. It's a little snug on the draw. The flavors are just so. It's a cigar. Would I smoke one again? The only way I would smoke one again is if one of the cigar reviewers online that I trust say you really need to give it a chance. Matter of fact, when we're done, I'm gonna look and see who's reviewed it and see if they saying anything good about it. But other than that, not really impressed. The 120 minute is the 120 minute. It takes me back to when it was a hard beer to find. I'm not as big of a beer guy anymore, so I mean it's not as special to me anymore. But it wasn't bad. This is a so-so night. I'm working through some of my stash that I already have instead of trying some new stuff. So we might go back to the Infinity bottle next week, see what it's looking like.
Yeah.
So yeah. But I mean, so-so. I mean, it wasn't bad. I mean, definitely something for this. So, but we'll try again next week. Can't win them all.
Indeed.
Well, all right, man. You got anything else for the people before we wrap it up?
Yeah, one thing, man, I didn't mention it was best in life, man. But shout out to our stepsister Janae, man. She's home, she's free, and she's doing her motherfucking thing right now, man. All positive vibes, all positive.
Yeah.
She's on Facebook like a motherfucker right now.
Yes,
man.
she is. Yes, she is. But hey,
shout out to you, man.
Yeah,
Keep
man.
doing what you're doing.
Yep. So yeah, I don't really have anything. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Smoke good cigars. Drink good drinks. Don't forget to check out some of the videos. Some of the other stuff. Check out my brother over on Melanin Warriors. And check out me on MF and Research. I think we both drop our videos on Sundays if we can help it. So yeah, that'll keep you Sundays. We got you good on Sundays and Thursdays.
Yes, sir.
With that, that's all we got. Episode 91 in the books, and we out.
That's it.